and here we go. Well, welcome everyone. Great to have you all on the line with us today and this evening. For everyone over in the UK and Ireland and Europe, great to have all of you joining us. This is an I2G product training for the UK team specifically, but I know we have a lot of people on the line from all over the world and even the United States. I see San Diego, New York, Las Vegas. All of you guys, welcome. Great to have you joining us tonight. So I'm going to put this in
all attendees are muted.
And what we will do is we will have Q&A in the chat after I've done the presentation, and that way we can get some of your questions answered and take care of all of that. And without any further ado, let's get started. I am going to share my screen, and we'll go into our first training, which is I2G Touch. All right, perfect. There we go. So the first thing I wanted you to notice is that when you first log in, you will be taken to the Infinity to Global admin channel now. So that's actually a very cool feature because in here, we've put, and the company has put, a whole bunch of very cool tools to help you with I2G Touch. And so what happens is when you move your mouse down here, you'll see it pops up. This is where they'll give you announcements, there's news, and you've got 3 streams here that you might want to check out when you first log into I2G Touch. Let me click on those real quick and you can take a look at that. And let me just mention, when you first joined the company, you should have received an email from the company with your installation and activation link for the I2G Touch software. And what that is it activates the email that you're going to be using. It should be the exact same email that you use for your I2G back office. And it will be the same password that you use for your I2G back office. And you'll activate that email. It's very quick. And then after that, basically you will download the software through the link. And it will install it on the computer that you're using, and then you'll be able to log into I2G Touch using that email and that same password. Now, at any point in the future, if you want to change your I2G Touch password, you can do that, and I'll show you that in just one quick second. So when you first log in, as I mentioned, you're going to be coming into this channel. That's the official Infinity to Global admin channel. And you move the mouse down here. These are their 3 streams that they've got right now. This one's going to have news and announcements, so if you click on it, it'll take you in here, and this gives you different things from the company that they want to share with you, any news or announcements that they post. So what you want to do is click on this, and that connects you to the company streams. And you'll also be able to connect to the company channel that way too. Anytime you see this, if it's not connected, that means you're not connected to that person or that channel. So you'll want to connect with this little, it looks just like a plug. So you can connect and disconnect. And then let me show you this other stream that they've got here in the middle. This is an important one. It's all about I2G Touch. And what we did was we put together a bunch of videos in here that are little short 2-3 minute videos. And they'll take you step by step with screen shares and screencasts that we did, showing you exactly a lot of what I'm going to talk about today. And it shows you how to set up your channel, how to find people, how to make friends, how to do video chats, all of that kind of stuff, and just how to interact and post to streams. So those are all in there for you. So if you miss anything or you can't find this later recording that we're doing here today, you can always go into the I2G Touch admin channel, and it will post in there for you all of these videos. The other way that you can get to it once you are out of the I2G Touch is basically to come down here and go to Help and Support. So once you go out of this channel and into the other parts of I2G Touch, just come to this Help and Support link right at the bottom there, and it will always take you back to that channel, and you can always go back to these streams. This has other member trainings in here. So we've just posted, like, here's an in-depth training on I2G Touch. These are trainings that link to other places. So that is where you can find help and support. And this is your main menu that you always want to click on to manage or create anything within I2G Touch. So we'll just go back to this main part. Again, this is where you'll land when you first come into your I2G Touch. Now, the second thing I want to show you is a little trick to make this I2G Touch bigger. Normally it shows up, it's this size. If you just put your mouse up on the top here somewhere that's not on top of any icon, you're going to click and hold it down with the left click. And if you drag it up here to the top left of your window, you can see it expands like that. So once it expands, it gives you a lot more ability to see it and interact with it. It's just a lot more fun this way. Personally, I like it better too. So let me show you these other two kind of admin things too before we move on to the fun stuff. If you click on this little box-looking three-dimensional box, that will actually minimize your I2G Touch. So as you can see now, it put it down here. So I can still get notifications as long as I'm logged into I2G Touch. It will send me notifications, even if I'm over here working on a Word doc or anything I'm doing. It will give me notifications because it sits down here and spins around. And anytime you want to open it back up, you just go down to the little box and you click on it once, and there it opens it back up. And now where it's taken me is into my live feed. So right before we go in here, I wanted to show you where you can get your password changed. So remember we talked about help and support. That's the main admin channel where we've got all the help videos. If you go to this one, account. In here, this is your account. You can change your name, your location, and here's where you can change your I2G Touch password. So for instance, if you wanted to change it and make it different than your I2G back office, here is where you can change your password, and then you would just hit save. Here also, you can go through and select which notifications you want to receive or not get in your live feed. Here's where you can put some interests in. So as you can see, I'm interested in travel, wine, social media. Those are just going to be little tags that will help people find me and things that we share in common. So when they go to type in the search for different channel or different friends, they can put travel, and I'll pop up as one of the people who's also interested in travel. So this is where you enter those. And then here's your display. So remember how I showed you we could minimize the I2G Touch? You can actually move it around, and you don't have to have it on the bottom right like I did. You can have it on the bottom left, top right, or top left. And they implemented this so that a lot of people do things down here on the bottom right, so it could get in the way. So you might want to have it up here on the top right or the top left or something like that. And here also is where you can make the font larger. So as you can see, that made the font a little bit larger, and that's where you can make it smaller. So those are just some quick administrative things. So now let's get to the fun part. So we want to go back to our main menu. Here, as I mentioned, is the live feed. This is where you're going to start receiving all of your communications and notifications coming in from the outside world. You'll get notifications coming in from Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and also from I2G Touch. So depending on what you're connected to, what accounts you have in your other social networks, this is where all of that information will come in. And now, as you can see, here is the Twitter that's coming in, and you can tell that by the little bird icon that's indicative of Twitter. Here is where your I2G Touch notifications are going to look like. So as you can see, these are actually a little darker blue, and they have the I2G Touch logo. Now, if you see on here the Facebook logo, that means it's a notification coming in from Facebook. Now, let me just show you real quick. If you want to interact from here, these are people posting on Twitter, let's say. So say I want to go to the Hollywood Reporter and I want to interact with this notification. I just click on the actual icon and square where the notification came in. And then from here, I can retweet this. I can make a comment and submit it. And that will actually go on I2G Touch. You can see down here, it posted to my I2G Touch that I just made this comment on Twitter. And it will also go on their Twitter account. I could retweet this if I want to. So if I want to go from here to the actual Twitter platform, I can do that as well. But I don't have to. I can interact with people and posts that they're making on Twitter right from here. But say I did want to go and interact with them on Twitter. I would just open this profile, and it's actually going to take me to their Twitter account on Twitter. So here we are. This is their Twitter account. Now let's see where I am. Okay, here's me. This is my Twitter account, and now this is where I put that reply on I2G Touch in the live feed. As you can see, it popped up right here on Twitter. So this is my Twitter account. I guess they changed it since I last was on here. And you'll also be able to see the retweet that I did. So there you can kind of see everything that's where I retweeted it from I2G Touch. And the same will be true in Facebook. So anytime you are interacting with Twitter or Facebook or YouTube for that matter, you can do that right here from your I2G Touch. And all you have to do is click on the little square and this module of the posting that you want to interact with. Now you can do the same thing with I2G Touch interactions. So say I see what he's actually commented on somebody's channel down here. I can open this up and I can see what he wrote. Now, because he wrote that to her, what I can do is go to her I2G Touch profile. And I can kind of see, all right, this is Bob's channel. Here's where he wrote some stuff. Here's where he's got some live walkouts that he did in Anaheim with us. So I'll show you those in just a second. But as you can see, I hit open profile. So instead of me going to Twitter or Facebook because I was on an I2G Touch notification in the live feed, it took me to his channel on I2G Touch. Now, as an example, I could go down here and I could also interact with notifications that come in from people. Here's Chris. He's posted a new video. So when I click on this, it actually starts playing the video here for me to see in the notification. So now from here, I can actually like this or I can make a comment. And that will go on his I2G Touch channel because that's where he's posted it from I2G Touch. Here's the stream he posted it in. I can open that stream, and this will now go to Chris's stream where he posted that video. So these you can see are his posts, and I guess he loves roller coasters. Here he is with a whole bunch of roller coaster posts. And as you can see, he's got videos, a lot of them in here about that. So that's one of the things we'll talk about in just a second is uploading videos, and you can have as many as you want. Now, say I want to connect with him on roller coasters. I'm going to connect this plug. Right now, I'm not connected to him with this stream. But if I want to connect, I just click that. And here's where I can like it. So that's basically your live feed. From your live feed is where you're going to interact with all of your outside social networks. Now, when you want to set up your social networks, when you first get in here, yours will be blank because it won't be loaded. But once you load it in, it will all be in there ever after for you unless there's some kind of a disconnect between Facebook, Twitter, and I2G Touch. And in that case, you would just go back and reload it in. So to load in your social networks to begin with, and this is one of the first steps that you'll want to do, obviously, because then you can get all of your information in one place. You're going to go down here from the main menu again to this social networks link. And when you click on that, it'll take you in here to where you can link to your different social networks. And as we always mention, they're adding more coming in the future. But all you're going to do is click this connect button, and it's going to take you to a little window that says, please allow the I2G Touch app to access your Instagram information or your Facebook information, whatever it happens to be. And from there, you will pass through your credentials, and you'll be connected, and it will start loading in and populating into your live feed all of your outside social connections. So once again, what you first want to do is go to this link, social networks, and that takes you to this window, and you're actually going to connect to your accounts. Now, one good thing to remember is when you're connecting, if you're not connected to your social media on another browser, for example, I'm connected to Twitter and Facebook on Chrome here. But if I wasn't logged in, you would need to supply the I2G Touch app with your login email and your password to those different accounts. So if you're not logged in, you might want to have those handy. If you are logged in, it will just ask you for your permission, and then it will pass you through, And you'll see after that, here in your live feed, it will start populating it with all of your different accounts. And then you'll have all your information in here. You can interact with it. Over here is a couple of different other tabs. And these are basically based on live events happening. So they will clear out every time you log back into I2G Touch. So this would just be for my current session. If I had done any activity, which I didn't do yet, I did start a live broadcast as a text. So here it would show all of my activity that I did for this session that I'm logged into I2G Touch. Right here is a corporate button, and this will show you all of the corporate activity. For example, here they posted in news and announcements, and that was 18 hours ago. So you can actually drill down and say, oh, I just want to know what corporate's doing, or I just want to see what I did. And then from there, you can click on that, and it will give you that post. And here it's basically talking about the company-wide call that we're going to have with Mr. Rick Mikey, our CEO, on Thursday. And he's also going to be doing a live broadcast from I2G Touch. So I'll show you how to access that as well. And we'll go through that in just a minute. So that's the next thing you want to do. Now, after you've got your social networks in your live feed, the next thing you want to do is go on your I2G Touch and make friends in I2G Touch. So you're going to go to My Friends here. And this is going to be an important area because from here, you're actually going to be able to, and I clicked on somebody's channel there, sorry. You're actually going to be able to communicate with your friends in I2G Touch. So first, to make friends, you want to go and click on Find People. Now, this is strictly going to be for I2G Touch. So if you click the Find People tab, and then we go in here and say I just type in Rick. If you type in the person's first name, usually that's the easiest way to get the most search people to pop up. So here I've got everybody on I2G Touch that's named Rick in their channel. So now I can go in here and I can say, okay, Rick and I are friends. Let's see, this Rick and I aren't friends, so let me click on this little icon with two people and a plus sign, and then I'm going to send him a friend request. So when I click on it, I can send him a note, let's be friends, and I click send request. Now he's going to get a friend request when he logs back into his I2G Touch, and he will get that in his notifications in his live feed, and he will also get it in his My Friends. So you can see here, here's some friend requests that people have sent to me. So if I go on Rick Mikey as an example, we're already friends, so I can't send him a friend request. Anybody who I am not a friend with, so I can just click on, I don't even have to send a message, and I can send them the friend request that way. So that's how you get friends in your I2G Touch system. And here's just a few of my friends in here. You can also look up your Twitter friends from here, and from that you can actually send them a message on Twitter. So if I click on here, I can chat with him. Now I'm actually chatting with him on his Twitter platform. So he's going to receive this message on Twitter. And that's sent to him now from there. Now, if I want to chat with him on I2G Touch, I'll show you how to do that in just one second. So here's my friend requests. Once you've gotten friend requests in, you can actually go to them and you want to confirm. So you just click on Confirm Friend Request. And it will say Friend Request Updated. Click OK, and they will be automatically put then in your friends list. So all of these, I can now go in and confirm. And when you send people friend requests, that's actually what it'll look like too. So he sent me a little message. So that was very cute. And now I can just be friends with all of these people, and I'll finish that in just a second. So now all of those people are going to get updated into my friends, and they'll also be updated on my channel. As you can see, Justin, I just accepted his request, and here he is right here. So also in this My Friends right here from the main menu, what you want to do is have chats and interactions with people from here. So as I mentioned, this is the important area where we kind of talk about, we have a Skype kind of a module. So this is where you're going to interact and use all of that component. So you're basically going to go to this little chat module. It says Open Chat. Once you open it, it's going to give you a couple of different options. So if I just want to IM him, I can just send him an IM message and say, let's chat. And he will get that now just as an instant message, just like you do on Skype. So it's very similar. You'll see how similar it is. And that kind of makes it very user-friendly. So now here's John. I know a lot of you guys know him and met him already. He's my business partner in Now TV. So I actually have him remotely helping me from Sunset Beach. Now, if I want to just talk with him over the audio chat, like VoIP, like Skype, I could just click this little microphone, and now I can have an audio chat with him. But we want to do a video chat. So the next button, this looks like a little broadcasting module. So this is what I'm going to click on for my video chat. So now it's going to just dial him up, and on his end, the phone's ringing. Okay, and there he is. So as you can see, I'm just going to turn my volume up a little bit so you guys can hear it. Hi, John.
Hello, Susan.
We've got a lot of wonderful, wonderful people from all around the globe on the line with us, watching you and our video chat right now. And we're showing them how easy it is. So basically, this is going to be your little video chat window of you always. And then you'll have the bigger window will be your friends that you call. Now, this is where you can add up to 5 other people. So you plus 5 other people. So John and I are on the line here. We could actually add 4 more people just by clicking Add User. So if we click Add User, we could actually add any of these people onto the call. Now, these are just some of my friends that happen to be online right now, but I initiated the call. So as a lot of you know on Skype, if you aren't the person initiating the call, you can't add anybody else. With I2G Touch, John can actually click on this link on his end, and he can add people that I don't have. So any friends that he has, even if I'm not friends with them, and I actually initiated the call, he can still add them on. Anybody we add onto this call can add someone onto the call. So that's a cool difference that we have with I2G Touch that we don't have on Skype. What will happen is you can see if you've got multiple cameras or microphones, you can actually change them here. Most people just have one, so you don't have to ever worry about hooking that up. I2G Touch automatically senses what camera and what microphone you defaulting to, and it will automatically put that as your default camera for any video stuff that you're doing on I2G Touch. So here is where you actually can increase your volume, and that's your microphone's volume. So if John couldn't hear me very well, I could increase my volume going out to him. These 2 icons, here's where I can mute my microphone. That's to mute me. So if I don't want him to hear me, I mute that. If I want to mute him, I can mute the incoming audio. Think of this like a TV remote. So basically when you mute the TV, I'm muting him. So we can't hear him talking anymore. So just don't ever get these 2 mixed up, because you don't want to be talking and they can hear you and you can't hear them, and that could be a chaotic mess. But normally it's pretty easy. That's like a speaker. So it also has a little thing you can kind of see, mute incoming audio, and this is mute my microphone. So just hover over it before you make a selection and make sure you're doing the right thing. So now what we're going to do, from this module, I'll also show you how you can upload files and interactive walkouts if you have those kinds of files done for you. So we'll say goodbye to John from here, and John's going to go do a live broadcast, and I'll show you exactly what's going to happen with Rick Mikey also. When he starts his, we'll see how the notification pops up in our live feed for us. Bye. We'll talk to you later. So now we just click End Call, and then the call is ended, and we're done with that. And as I mentioned, we could have added on up to 4 people if we wanted to. So now if I want to send him a file, I don't know if a lot of you use this on Skype. I've used it a lot. Now I use it all the time on I2G Touch. Say you're having a video chat with 2 or 3 other people, and you're talking about, a specific game plan that you want to do. Maybe you're doing a success plan for a new distributor. That would be a great way, by the way, to do a success plan. You and their sponsor get on the phone with them, do a video chat, because that's the next best thing to being there in person is video, and you can send them the success plan. So you can go anywhere on your computer from here, and as you can see, you just go through, select any file you want, and from here I can send it over into whoever I'm on the chat with. So you can easily send a file. You don't have to send it to them through email, so it's very convenient. They can just open it up right there on their I2G Touch. Now, if you have walkouts and you wanted to send a personal walkout to John, say, we would go to this personal notification. It looks like 3 kind of bars in a row. And this is for us just to send a private walkout to him. So I would say, hello, say I've got FLV files to send, and those are how your walkouts will be uploaded. And oh, Bishop, I just saw your question pop up down at the bottom. We'll go over a lot of that stuff at the end. So I will help you guys get that all done for you. So as an example, say you want to go to, walkout videos. We could just go in here, and any walkout videos we've got, we click on it, and I can send that to John. So this will actually upload, and it will send that over to him. And what I want to make sure is that it's fully uploaded and that I've typed a message in there to him. And then I can click submit. Now what will happen is that will be a walkout that he then gets on his I2G Touch in the notifications area. And aloha, hi Jelly, how are you? Good to see you. And when he gets that notification, he can click interact, and we'll be able to click on it and play that just from the notification. So I'll show you how to upload walkouts on your stream, which is going to go out to everybody. So just remember, this My Friends area, that's the area you're going to come to talk to people, to interact. If I wanted to have a chat with more than one person as well, just on IM or send files or anything, I could actually open up multiple chats, and it will add them to the same window at the bottom. So anybody who's online, I can keep adding multiple chats. I actually clicked on her channel there by accident. So that's how easy that is. You just can keep opening up multiple chats. Okay, so now we see this is where John started a live broadcast. So I don't know if you guys noticed that popped up down here at the bottom. And then here it is right here in our notifications in our live feed. So once Rick Mikey starts his broadcast, what you'll want to do is be on a little bit early so that when he starts it, you'll get this notification in your live feed. You'll click on it, just like I showed you to do, and you're going to say open stream. It's going to take you exactly to where he's doing the live broadcast. And as you can see, here's John. He's doing a live broadcast. This will be exactly what will happen with Rick Mikey. And I'll show you also, if you miss it in your live feed and your notification, also how you can find it another way. But that's the easiest way, because as you saw, all we did was we got the notification, we clicked on open stream, and there it is. It opens up the broadcast window in this chat module. Now, if I wanted to ask him a question, I could just type a question in down here, and I could do question chats. So now from here, he can actually type back to me, or he can answer questions verbally himself in the video. And so this is where if you have a group training going on, say you're doing a training for your team, say Lloyd's got his whole team on, he can have thousands of people around the world watching him on his team doing a live broadcast as a training. And they can be asking him questions, and he can be chatting back and forth with them. And now I'll show you on the opposite end how you start a live broadcast in just a second. So now we're going to say goodbye to John and thank him for his live broadcast. And as you can see, you just chat in there. And when you have multiple people chatting, it's got their picture, and you can see exactly who's saying what. So now we will go into the next part. Let me just show you how you would go and find Rick Mikey's stream that he's going to do the live broadcast from if you didn't happen to catch it in your live feed. So if you don't see it in here, what you're going to do is you're going to go here. You'll do find channels, and in here you'll search for Rick Mikey. So if we just type Rick's channel will pop up. And here it is right here. So you're going to find Rick Mikey's channel. You're going to go to his channel, and they will announce the stream in the email that he's going to be doing the live broadcast from. And then you're going to hover down here, go to his streams. Usually he does it from this motivation quote stream. So then you're going to click once on that. Now, as you can see, we're in his motivational quote stream. If he has started a live broadcast, all you're going to do now is go to this open stream chat. And if you miss it in your notification and you can't open it that way, you want to find his channel, go to the stream, and do open stream chat. And what that will do is open this window. And if he's doing a live broadcast, he'll be showing up in here. So that's how you can find it if you do happen to miss it coming through on your live feed initially when he goes to do that. So let's go to the next thing. What you want to do next is create channels. So obviously everybody gets their own channel with multiple amounts of streams. You can have unlimited amounts of streams. And this is kind of the fun part, and also where you're going to start branding yourself and sharing your expertise, your knowledge, anything you want to share with the world, and connecting with others who have the same interests as well. So first you're going to go back to this main menu, and you're going to click on My Channel. And from there, your channel is actually going to open up when you first log in here. It's going to be completely blank. Don't let that scare you or freak you out. It's totally fine. It's very, very easy to go in here and edit it. And all we're going to do is start adding images and descriptions and creating streams. And once we do that, you'll see how easy it is to go and get this all done. So basically, you're going to do the same thing whether you want to edit a channel or you want to just go to a channel and go to a stream and create it from scratch. So it's the same button. It looks like a business card with a pencil. And you're always going to use the same thing. As I said, editing in the future, changing it, or going here and creating it for the very first time. So once we click on this, you can see it kind of changes and it creates cancel or save. Now from here, anything that lights up, we basically can change or create. So here I can also change my name and my information about location. If I want to change the name of my channel, I just click in here and I can change that. Some people don't like to have their name on their channel. They want to name it after a team or something, something else like something that inspires them or something like that. So you can change that at any time. Then you can change your profile picture. This is a little thumbnail. I can change that. And I can change this background picture. So anything that when you hover on it with your mouse and you click on it, it'll bring up an asset manager. Now, you're going to get very familiar with this because this is what's going to bring up everything always in the future that you've uploaded to I2G Touch, whether it is an image, an audio, or a video, or a walkout. They're all going to be coming up and popping up there. So here we've got images. Because we can't upload videos or audios to the channel background, it's basically only an image file. So if I wanted to change my background or just start it to begin with, I just click on one of these images and I can hit select, and you'll see there it changes it right away. So if I wanted to save this, I would click save, or if I decide I didn't like it, I just click cancel, and it takes me back. And also, if I want to click edit, and I say I want to change my profile image. I've got a new picture, but it's not uploaded in here. I'm going to go to this select an asset, same asset manager, and I'm going to do upload. And from here, I can upload any images or anything I've got stored anywhere on my computer that's an image. So I could upload any of these now. I can put them inside, say I wanted to upload this. I click that, and it's going to upload that image here into the asset manager, and I could change my profile picture just like that, and I click select, and there it changes it. Now, if I don't want to keep it, I just click cancel, or if I do want to keep it, I click save. But no matter what I click, it will keep that image now in my asset manager. So maybe I want to use it on our posting in a stream or something like that. But that's how easy it is to create your channel. Now, once you've got your channel decorated and it's all prettied up, you're basically going to go and you're going to create streams. And this is where people will find your streams, is when they get to your channel, they'll just hover down at this bottom bar and everything will pop up. This is all your activity, comments, friends, all activity that I have on my channel. And streams are also something that I have on my channel. So before I show you how to create streams, and let me just explain the concept kind of behind it. Streams are basically little topics or areas that you want to share that are all grouped together in the same subject. So it's all based on content rather than media. Right now, when you want to share videos about marketing on I2G, you have to share those on YouTube. If you want to share images, you share those on Pinterest or Instagram. If you want to share audios, you share those on some kind of a blog, talk, radio website. So you've got all this media and content scattered all over. So what I2G Touch tries to do is give you a channel where all in the same place